Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for joining us on this little chat. Please feel free to include any comments below about our discussion. I'm sure that there's going to be plenty of really good insights. I want to thank Jan, Diane, and Kathy for giving this a chance. I've never really done this and recorded it. Don't be surprised if the pictures, the images of the people speaking disappear, come and go. Sound may not be perfect. Again, this is an experiment, and hopefully, I'll be able to tweak the way things are done. But for now, this is us just having a chat about season 7, episode 9, the very first episode of part 2, which just aired on Stars on Friday. If you haven't seen it, please don't watch and be aware that some spoilers will probably be revealed for later in the season, possibly after that, season 8 as well. So be careful of that. Be aware they could pop out. And thanks for watching. Just one more warning. My audio is out of sync during this recording. I'm not sure if I'll be able to fix that in the future, but everybody else's is fine. So I'm just going with it. Everybody, this is our little chat about season 7, episode 9, and these are my new best friends. We're gonna talk about it and be critical and decide if we even like this episode. I mean, come on, it's Outlander, so we probably don't like it at all.
Yeah.
But first, we're gonna let everybody get an introduction, and then we'll get right into it. Diane, take it away.
Okay, here goes. Yes, I'm Diane from Pennsylvania. I was late coming into the Outlander world. I probably around 2020 or 2019 when the pandemic started. I wasn't interested in it at all. I didn't think it would be any good with time travel. I don't like that stuff. But my friend Sheila made me watch it. She sat me down and she said, "We're going to watch it. I know you're going to like it," because she loved it. Sure enough, that first episode, I went crazy and I haven't looked back. I just love the show and I watch it many, many times. And I watch all those little clips from YouTube. They show you all these little parts of it. So I watch them all the time. So I just love it. So that's why I'm here.
Fantastic.
My name is Jan, and I live in Ohio. And I started watching Outlander a little before the pandemic, not too much. And my good friend introduced me to the saga. But unbeknownst to me, I'm a huge reader, and I had started reading the first book, and for some reason I just didn't get turned on to the book as much. So I left the book, and when I saw the first episode, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I know this story." So I went back and I started reading the books after starting, the show. And then what I did was I kind of read the books and the show at the same time. Of course, the books take a lot more time to get done, but I'm a huge Outlander fan. I follow Jamie all over the country. I'm really good at finding information, so I kind of know where he is most of the time, and which is really kind of fun, even though I can't meet him there. I know where he is today. He's in Las Vegas, and he watched the football game. I told Katie that. I said that's why he's there. He watched the football game, and it's just kind of fun. I mean, I think I would die if I ever came across him. I just wouldn't know what to say or anything. I would be like, bah. But I think that Jamie, and Claire says he's the king of all men. That character is the king of all men, and we all kind of would love to have that man. Nothing wrong with fantasy world. But anyway, I'm glad you did this, Katie. This will be fun.
Kathy, we haven't
Okay.
heard from you. How did you get started in Outlander?
So, from my sister-in-law who lives here in Colorado, and we were just talking casually about shows that we watch, and I think it was on Netflix at the time, or just come on Netflix. And she's like, "Oh, you should watch this show," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll check it out." So my husband, and I think I told you this is, working in Vegas. This is the time of the year where he's gone. So he's there for like a month. So he's there at the same time as Sam. I'm like sending him pictures
Ah.
like, oh my God. I'm like, celebrity sighting. I'm like, you better be on your toes. No, he wasn't even at the same time, same side of town that he was on. He was at. So, but yeah, so my sister-in-law turned me on to the show, and of course, I became obsessed. And then I've been watching it ever since. I'm like you, Jan. I'm like on Instagram following Sam. I'm like sending Katie all this stuff. I'm like on all the fandom sites, and I'm really not a big book reader. I like to read books when I'm traveling or like on vacation, or like if I'm sitting here at my desk because I work from home, if it's slow, I'll kind of read. And then I'm really late to the Outlander party. Like, I mean, I just started watching it last year, so it's coming up only on a year for me. But I did read all the books, and now I'm reading a couple of the novella books I'm finishing up. So yeah, it's been like super interesting, and I'm glad, Katie, that you're here because sometimes when I'm having a crappy day at work, you kind of make my day. I'll be sitting on the phone, listen to somebody tell me something about their problem, and I'm like, oh, thank God, Katie's here because I can turn her on, and I'm like, I just gotta like shut this off. So, so yeah, definitely,
Appreciate that.
definitely makes my day. So, and sometimes you come on at lunchtime when it's lunchtime here, but mostly you're on kind of in the afternoon, when your blog comes on. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I'm like, there's Katie. Good. Kind of breaks up my day.
It literally has to do with what I find if I have enough, and sometimes it just has to do if I'm awake enough. So my husband works from home, and I'm home, and it's sort of like, do I feel like recording? Well, I got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'll record today. So yeah, that's my technical
Yeah. Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Well, I,
Definitely keeps us going for sure. So
I took some notes just in case I forgot stuff, but I think I keep having everything replay in my head, so hopefully we'll get all the good stuff. I don't know where you'd like to start, so I thought we would start maybe at the beginning. What did you think of that opening? Just getting right into it with going to the funeral and just going right to Lolly Rock. Was there anything you felt they missed in that first bit?
Mm, well,
I
I
think I think the
oh, go ahead.
writers did such a great job of putting in the right amount of information in the very beginning. So we didn't have to spend a lot of time with Simon's funeral and all of that because we don't, to be honest, we don't really care about Simon's funeral. I mean, we want to see Jamie and Claire and John Bell and, the main characters. So I just think it was a really great decision. And I think it was a great decision to have Jamie, um, right as he's writing the letter to Bree, explain all of that. I think it was really really smart decision.
What did y'all think of Kristen Atherton's performance?
Yes, I, when she came out the door, it was I mean, I really do love Laura Donnelly. I
mm,
did love her as Jenny. I
yeah.
really, really did. And I have seen her in other things in the Nevers and everything, and I just loved her. So, but I said, I think Kristen did a very good job. She held her own. She really did. And
Uh,
I think she really connected with Sam and with Jamie and Claire. You know, she really connected with them and melded with them. So I really think she was very good. But I do miss Laura Donnelly. I must say, I do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought Laura was really good too, and I've seen her in some other things.
Yes,
But yeah, I thought Kristen did a really good job. I mean, obviously, it's a little bit different character. She didn't have that driving force that Laura had, but she still came across good as
yeah.
I thought she did good.
Yeah.
Just a
I
little different.
I thought it was kind of mean. Everybody at first, I read that they were saying kind of mean things to her, and that's so unfair.
right.
She's coming
Like,
into an
don't even give her a
established,
chance.
yeah, she's coming into an established
Yeah.
character that's not fair. The only thing that I want to say about her is that wig that they had on her, I thought looked terrible on her because she's a pretty lady. And it look, somebody said it looked like a football helmet.
There's always a complaint about the wigs. There just always is.
Yeah.
Something is just a little
Yeah.
off. It's you can't be
I
perfect
thought that
because
was a
all of them
funny.
were wigs.
Yeah.
But all
But
in all, their wigs, yeah.
yeah, but I thought she did. I mean, she hit the character running. I think she did a good job.
Mhm.
I think so
Yeah.
too. And I read where people were like, "Isn't she?" It was like she studied how Laura had played her and kind of had some movement of hers. Some of the inflection in her tone was
Right.
hers. So I think she went that extra mile, which I personally really appreciated.
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I think she fit right in. She
Yeah.
I think
did
she
with the
did too.
family,
Yeah.
with Ian, with Ian being ill and everything. I think she fit right in
Mhm.
with him. I really
Let's get
did, really
into
do.
let's get into that. Ian is ill. Everybody comes home and we get to see the family, the brothers, the sisters, and go to see Da, and he's not doing well.
Yeah,
I guess my question: how did
yeah,
you? How did I mean that's a we kind of know it was coming, but it's a knife
Right.
to the heart. Uh, do you think
Yeah,
it
it really
turned out
was. It was
well?
really sad and disheartening to see him, kind of be like that. And then for, young Ian to come in, it's like, oh my God, I haven't seen my dad in all this time. It's like, what the heck, it's like I didn't expect this, but they're aging. So,
hmm
but yeah, it was sad. It was sad to see him like that. So,
and
I guess because I was really prepared because I knew in the books, that
yeah,
he would die.
hmm.
Oops.
Oh
Didn't
yeah.
mean to
By the way,
say
this
that.
is a spoiler warning. I'm gonna put a spoiler in the
Yeah.
title, so it's okay.
yeah. We know he's gonna
Yeah.
Yeah.
die.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry. I don't normally
no,
do
we
that.
know that. We know
Okay.
that. Yes.
But you know what really affected me was I think John Bell has come into his um excellence in his acting.
Yes.
I think he the other night I think was the best acting he's ever done. I think
Yes.
he really showed how much he has grown in the 10 years. I thought he did. He was just so believable in that position that he was in and how sad he was about his dad, and I just thought he was just excellent.
It was really, yeah, it was really heartfelt. You could just kind of feel it coming through the screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he was
I had
talking to his father,
a
when he
box of
was talking
Kleenex
to his
sitting
father,
here.
that was amazing.
Thanks.
Now my friend said in the book that he says more, that there's more, that
Yeah.
he yeah, but they can't have everything in the book, I
Yeah,
guess, everything that he said. But
they
it
do
was
skip over
very,
quite a few
very,
things that are in the book, but the
Yeah, they
core
really
of the
did.
story, the meaning behind they don't really skip on that. Sorry to
right,
interrupt.
the important parts, yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
I
it was
thought it
really
was great.
heartfelt too when Jenny took him to the cemetery
mm-hmm,
and he's like, here we put this in because we knew about Isabel and here's this gravestone. It's like, okay, oh my God. I'm like, I just that was super, that was tough.
and and
I did see that
and
some people
when
were
and,
confused about what Isabel was the child that he had had with the mohawk, with Emily,
Right.
and I saw a lot of people were asking questions. Not on this channel, but out in the world. Who the heck was Isabel? That's just a reminder in case
Right.
anybody
I
wasn't
had to
sure.
explain it to my sister-in-law because surprisingly, my sister-in-law, being an avid book reader and she's in a book club, have not read any of the Outlander books yet. So I had to
That's
kind of explain it
crazy.
to her
What's
because
wrong with
she didn't
him?
remember who Isabel was.
yeah,
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 I didn't remember the baby's name either. So I think they kind of missed a little bit on that.
and
They
you're
would.
going to think I'm crazy, but I had forgotten that the older Ian didn't have a leg. And when he was walking down the steps, I said, "Oh my
Like,
God,
who
I
were
forgot that
you?
I forgot all about that he didn't have a leg. So that kind of was a wake up call for me too. Poor
Yeah.
Well, we
Ian,
age. It's getting to us. That's all it is. It's we're all getting older.
Yes. What did everybody
See,
think
and I've
about
watched it
Leary?
enough times over that,
Yeah,
I'm
That
kind
was
of remembering because I'm like on the sixth time of watching it right now.
I know. I should remember. Oh, what
that was
about
my
Leary? She was
yeah.
she was amazing. She hasn't
I
changed a bit.
I adore Nell because of meeting her just this past month. I adore her now because
Yeah.
of the way that she played that character. And she's nothing like it, so she's a good actress.
Oh
I
yeah.
liked Leary
Yeah.
because eventually, once pushed, she laid it all out. Or Joni forced it out, Jamie lays it out, and Leary goes, "All right, I get the
Hmm.
place. Cool." you know, she gets her
Right.
man, she gets her
Like it's no
house.
longer just about you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
no longer just about you, Larry. Okay, it's about your family. It's about your kids, and know, you need to just calm down.
Yeah,
See,
Joni's the most mature one.
but Katie,
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not like Larry, and so her being on the show, really wasn't impactful as much to me, but I did like the expression on Jamie's face when she swung at him and smacked him right in the face. Actors, for them to take us like a punch or a smack in the face, I'm sure it's really scary because that's your moneymaker. And the look on his face, I mean, he knew it was coming, but, it was just so funny, you
Well, and then
know?
when she threw the pot or whatever it was at him, it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Well, it seems to me whenever he's with Leary, he always has that look on his face.
Yeah.
That
Because he knew he was
surprised
going to
look.
get hit, shot, swung at,
Yeah, or
something
how about
thrown at him.
when she shot him? When she
Oh,
shot
look of
him.
fear.
Yeah. He had a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
thought
he had a lot of
she did
guts.
a good job.
I thought it was cute, when they put that as one of the teasers, like when he walks up to tell um, Claire that he was going to go see Larry, and he said, "I'm not to asking you if I can go see Larry." I thought that was really interesting because you know he's in some way Claire is the only person that he's really afraid of.
Mhm.
In many ways
Right.
because she can really hurt him. And I just thought it was just really interesting how he put it. And she goes, "Are you asking me?" And he's like, "No, I'm not asking you." I mean, if that would have been my husband, I would have said, "And I'm saying no," you know?
Yeah,
I
I
would have
just
said,
like that
yeah, go ahead.
conversation between the two of them. I thought that was adorable. I
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought
just
it
loved
too.
it. I really did.
Like he's a little boy asking his mom for
Yeah,
permission.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was so yeah, he was so cute. He really
Yeah.
was. It was great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do this. Is that all right? Is that all right? Are you asking for permission? No, but if you tell me
Yeah.
no, I probably won't go.
Yeah.
I know.
what
And
did
I
you
really
think
at
he
this point,
said,
yeah.
I think he said, "You won't kill me if I go," or
Right.
right,
something
I
right.
to that
love that.
effect.
I love that part. I did. I love that. Great conversation. It was a
Yeah.
great
Well, at this point, I
conversation.
think Claire is pretty much over it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
Claire doesn't bother me. It's like, whatever, go see her. Just,
And and
I
even
don't
and
know though. I think when she said the bit about, "Oh, if you're going to go over to see who she's sleeping with," I think she was serious,
Oh
you
oh,
know?
no.
yeah.
And Leary hasn't changed. She's still even when they were signing the papers, she goes, "What's she doing here?" She's still with that,
Yeah.
And
with
somebody
Claire.
somebody put the line on today. I don't know, it was on Facebook or one of the fandom sites that like Murta had it right that Larry will always be a girl, but Claire is a woman.
He needs a woman, no a lassie. And Leary will be a girl until she's 50.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um and still
Yeah.
Larry hasn't really changed.
Yeah.
No,
He
she
still
hasn't
has
changed
this
a bit.
kind of a
Well, and I
screw
think the
loose.
difference is too. Claire found her purpose, and Leary's just been wandering this world finding a purpose. And like she said, that man, he needs her, and finally, so she has a purpose. Apparently, her kids weren't good
Right.
Yeah.
enough, but she has a purpose
Yeah.
now.
That's really good,
Yeah.
Katie. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't been out in the world like Claire, been around the world a little bit.
Now, what
But
did
I'll
we
tell
think
you,
about?
Nell,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Nell hadn't changed. She didn't
No,
look older. She looked the
no,
same. She looked
Mary.
fantastic.
Yeah,
As,
Nell looks fantastic. She's in her 30s, and I was like,
yes.
sure, okay, all right. What do we think about Buck and Roger's adventure as it is playing out? Because can I? All right, I don't know the books very well. I read them through one time. I'm going to do a spoiler for the book readers here, possibly. Wasn't Roger supposed to travel like 20 years in the past, not like 7 or 8 from the point that Claire originally arrived? I think I might be confused about the math, but I was expecting
I
them
I
don't
to be
know
think.
how
further back.
serious it is, but
Yeah, I think
yeah,
I think it was more than 7 also, because
yeah.
if I remember right, I think that Brian was was a younger man when, when Roger found him, cuz
That's what
the
I
other
thought.
night he looked like, he was an older man.
Yeah, and Jenny's there with and already after Ian,
Yes.
so
Yeah,
okay.
because if I remember right, I thought she was supposed to be like about 14, something like that.
Well, no,
When
because I think in the book though they had mentioned that when he came back that Jamie was away at France because he doesn't essentially
Yeah,
run into Jamie. So Jamie was away at France or wherever he was at the time. So
I
yeah.
thought
I
it
don't
was at
remember the
Do or
timing
at
either, but
I thought it was at Brock Brocktrock. Brocktrock? I'm losing
No,
my
he
cast.
was
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
I
He
thought
was
he'd been there.
supposed to be in Paris.
Yeah,
I
he was
All
in
checked
right,
the
don't tell
book.
me then.
university.
right.
Yeah, he was
Don't
Yeah,
in
tell me then. I'm
university. He was
confused.
at school.
yeah. He was in France in
In
school.
school.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the
I
timeline is right there
You
when
Mm-hmm.
think
he
it is?
when
Okay.
he's Brian. So
or at
because
least
he
close
doesn't,
enough.
he
I was
doesn't
my math was wrong. That I was like, this is not right,
yeah,
but that's okay.
yeah,
I
Um,
I just love the door sequences when they
Yeah, that
open the
was cool.
door. I just love
yeah.
that. I really do. I think they've done that before. I don't remember when, but I just love that part with the doors. And at the end when what's her name opens the door?
Yeah,
Um
yes.
Galis.
Gillis opens the door. That's another big surprise.
Yeah.
That was
do you think
great.
Galis is going to
Hmm.
remember Roger? Because they've met.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
does
I
Gillis,
don't
does he
know.
remember her? Does he
Yeah.
Oh
remember?
yes.
He,
Yeah,
Oh
because he goes, Jesus, you know
yeah.
what?
Oh, Christ.
When did he meet her?
Nice.
I
at the
don't
pub
remember.
with
When did he
Brianna.
meet her?
At the pub with
Oh, with
Brianna just
Brianna.
before she traveled.
Roger and I are just having a whiskey.
Aye. It's been a bit of a tricky day.
Remember, Brianna
Ah,
and Claire were there for visiting for the funeral. Claire and Roger got a little
Yeah.
close. That's how they got together. They were at the pub after
Yeah.
Brianna had seen Galis giving her speech about Scotland at the
ah,
Right.
university.
Right.
I see.
And he also saw her when she was going through the stones when she had killed her husband and she set him on fire.
He
And
saw her,
he
but she
actually
wasn't aware
saw
that that
her.
was them who was yelling at her. So they didn't.
Yeah.
But they've
Yeah.
met. They've met face to face.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So is
and he
Roger.
remembered her.
Yeah,
And
because
he
That was
remembered
so
her.
funny.
he
Definitely.
goes,
Yes.
Jesus, go.
Yeah.
Do you think
Jesus
Galis will
C.
remember him though? Because I mean, he had a beard in that scene, so
I
Yeah.
know.
Well, we'll find out. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure
well,
we'll find
yeah, we'll
out.
definitely find out. But
that
yeah,
whole
but
bit
then,
was good. I thought.
coming into contact with your own son,
I think
that'll be
I
interesting.
think I know we're getting a little ahead of each other, but I think she is definitely going to bring things in not from the book into the this season, because she, now that she knows that, if she knows that that's Roger, she definitely knows some stuff is going on. and somebody had said something to me. They're not online or anything. We were just discussing something, and they said that Jimmy could be the 200-year-old um,
Baby.
baby
Right.
because he was in his mom's tummy, and you just don't know yet what she's
Hmm.
going to do, but every time we see her, she just causes all kinds of issues.
Hmm.
So I
Although
think
she,
she's going to be in a lot of trouble.
but
Yeah.
she did. We always have to remember she did save Claire's life.
Oh yeah.
True.
I think there's a weird thing
Remember?
with Gayla. She's one Claire's friend, but I think that's because of circumstance. She sort of they understand each other a little, but she's so
Yeah.
in line with her goal that if she has to hurt her friend, she has to hurt
Yeah.
her friend.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree with you, Katie.
Hmm.
Yeah. I agree. Definitely. So, but that'll be
She's a
interesting to
scary
see.
bitch, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
It'll
Okay,
be
now the
interesting to see
thing.
when she meets Buck.
No, go ahead, hon.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, what does everybody
Oh, I
think
said it'll
about
be interesting when she meets Buck.
when she meets Buck? Yes, well, that's gonna be any minute now. Did
Mm-hmm.
everybody like the new? I love every time that Claire has to reveal that she's a time traveler. I love that we were sitting down at the table like we're gonna have a meal. Except, by the way, fairies are real, and I'm one of them. How did we enjoy that?
Well, all the looks on their faces was
Yeah.
amazing. You know, it,
To
wa-
me, it
it-
seems like, it would make sense because, there was a lot of questions like, okay, why did she show up after 20 years? Why did she tell Jenny to plant potatoes? There's different things that she knew and Jenny knew about, like when she was asking, all these questions and, Jamie said she might be able to tell her things. It's like for Jenny, she was like kind of dumbfounded by it. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why would you be dumbfounded? Wouldn't it have like clicked that, oh, that makes complete sense, And same for Ian.
I think Jenny mentions that. She says, "Oh, things come into place when she was
They
talking to
make
her
sense, right?
about, yeah." She said, "I now things fall into place." She said, or something like that.
Yeah,
She understood. But
right.
I
yeah, I
think what
remember
threw
her.
me, I think what threw me, I didn't really like that scene as much as all the other scenes in the hour that went so fast. I can't believe it.
Yes,
Um,
did go
when
fast.
and I remember this one part. They were Jamie and Claire were in the Lord's the bedroom, and I think because I was watching Jamie and just watching how beautiful he is because the candlelight was kind of hitting him. And Claire says something about, I wouldn't feel right not telling whichever the brothers, Jamie, yeah, little Jamie, about Paris. And I think I totally forgot about it because I was watching how beautiful Jamie was in the shot. And when I went back to watch
Totally
it
forgiven.
again, yes,
That's
Yeah.
when
understandable.
I
That's
when I went back and watched it again, I was like, oh yeah, that's why you had to tell him.
yeah.
So I was like, oh my god, he's a god, and
We're
I
all
didn't
very aware.
listen to I didn't listen to the dialogue because I was watching him.
Watching him. Yeah, that's understandable. It
Yeah,
really is.
thank
It's
you,
understandable.
thank
I
you.
He
was
didn't even
too.
have his clothes off. Jeez, Jan.
Yeah, I know, I know. He had
Not
his
a
clothes
kneecap in
on, and
sight.
I didn't.
And then,
It was just so good to see him
I
and
know
Claire,
it
of course.
was.
But it was just so good to see them acting again together. I just
I know.
loved
Now
it.
they just need to like unhook that little thing that holds his hair back. I want to see, with just straight hair down.
There was
Hmm.
a
you want
part,
him to go
Katie,
take
you
a
showed
bath in the
something.
river again.
Yeah, really.
And there was
Got a
a
little
part that
schmutz.
you
Go
showed.
take a bath, sweetie. It'll be good. All right.
Yes, you need to wash off.
I think
And
there was a part that you showed with him with his hair down in one of your
There
segments,
there
wasn't
is there
It's
is a new
later.
picture. Yeah, there's a
I think
new
it's later
picture.
coming up in season 8.
Yeah, in season 8, and he has
Oh,
his hair
okay.
down. Yeah,
Oh, all right. There you go.
I
I thought
can't
It's
so.
like
wait.
Mhm.
I think I said Katie one of those pictures and go, "Oh my God, look at his hair is down." I'm
I
like, "Look at that
know. Oh
video."
my God.
Or that one where he's cutting the cake at the end of season 8. It's like, okay.
God, when his
Yeah,
hair is down, Jan will go really crazy.
I
When his hair
know.
is down, you will go really crazy.
I will. You'll have to hold me down.
Oh God.
oh,
Oh,
I'm not going to go to a convention with you. I'm going to have to hold you back the whole time. It's going to be tricky.
I
oh
know.
my gosh, that would
It's
have been
very
so much fun, Katie.
Did you all right, now I want to talk about Ginny because people were worried that when Ginny first saw Claire that they'd like have another argument, but all seemed to be forgiven as soon as she walked in the door. And then of course Ginny thinks that Claire can fix anybody and begs her to fix Ian. What did you think about Ginny kind of going back and forth with her emotions? It was yay, and then it was I hate you, and then by the end it was all's forgiven again. Did we cover all of the emotions Jenny could possibly have in an hour's time?
yeah, yeah, really.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, and I think she just had high expectations because obviously she's very stressed about Ian and Ian being sick. So
Mhm. Well, she said she talked through her grief. That's
yeah.
why she said what she did because of grief. But that
Yeah.
is where your acting comes in. That's
Hmm.
where we can say she's a very good actress,
Yes.
Right.
playing
Be able to turn it off and
playing
on
Jenny.
like
She was
that.
very, very good in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think her concerns and how she acted would have been pretty normal. I think a woman her age back then, if you lose your husband, that's a very different story than if you lose your husband nowadays. So, you would be really desperate. You would try to talk anybody into helping you try to help your
Hmm.
husband. So I think she did a good job at,
Yeah.
displaying that.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
I
She was
don't
there's
very.
blame
just a
her for
deep and
going to the
abiding love
forest
there.
and then just
Yeah.
yeah. I don't blame her for going to the forest then and just screaming at the top of her lungs like that, with everything that's happened. And but then Jamie said it right. He's like, look, he's like, you're the strongest person, after all she's been through.
Yeah. It was
Like
so sweet.
you're gonna
Yeah.
get through this.
Yes. He calmed her down. He was.
Right.
He was very good. Yeah. And it was the
Yeah.
Yeah.
truth. He spoke the truth. What he said.
Right.
Another fun thing that I thought was fun, it's like the line that's always said, Ned Gowan is still alive.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Bill
Yeah.
Paxton is immortal, so Ned Gowan will never
Yes.
die.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That is
And
so funny.
since Outlander, I have seen him in other shows.
Yeah,
I
myself,
think we
yeah,
lost
I
Jane.
have too.
Yeah, I have seen him in other shows. I can't remember what at the time, but he has been in other stuff. Definitely. I think you lost Jan.
Oh
No,
no.
I'm here.
Her picture has gone, but
I'm
as long as we can see her letters, she's still connected. The picture's coming and going because I'm using my little laptop, and it's a very good laptop. It served me very
Oh,
well.
there
Yeah,
she
I'm
is.
here.
Now I
It
see
can
her.
only do so
Now I
much at
Yeah,
see her.
once,
I'm
though.
here.
So, all right, Ian has confessed to his father, that he is in love with Rachel, and then he's writing a letter, and Jenny finds him. I love this scene, and I love the way Jenny handles Ian's. I'm just gonna have to stay for Dad. No, don't give up your life. What? So,
Yes.
Hmm.
the ripping of the letter, I think, was my favorite part of that entire exchange. But I
Yeah.
love that he has to be told, no, your father and I want you to go and continue your life, not stop it now and come and take care of us. He's got brothers and sisters there that will be happy to take care of Jenny when and if Ian dies, old Ian,
Hmm.
Right.
which is good.
Well, she told him, "Don't look backward, go forward. Go forward with his life. Don't go backward." I think that's what she's trying to tell him.
Hmm.
He deserves a life. And
Yeah.
in the new world too, especially that's where he's been living. So he deserves that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great scene, I thought, because yeah, it's like, why
Yeah.
you haven't been here all this time? It's like, just continue to live your life and yeah, do what you've been doing and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really strong scene again for Stephen and for John Bell. I just think that like I said earlier, I think that John Bell really that the first hour, all the scenes that he was were in, it was like a totally different John Bell, just more like
More mature.
believable, more intense. I mean, he really showed himself.
He even looked taller to me. He looked
Well,
bigger to me. I don't
you
know
know,
Oh,
why. Yeah, he did.
yeah,
He
you
looked.
know what? I think because he stood next to his dad, we realized how much taller he
Mhm.
was.
Yes.
Did it when that one scene when he's standing there right next to his dad,
Yes.
and I mean his dad is taller than him, but you're like, "Oh my gosh, he really has grown up."
Yes, definitely.
he's
That's what I thought. He got much taller and bigger, and as you said, Kathy, more mature. So mature.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Definitely.
yeah, very very
he
good.
he has said, John Bell has said that he truly found himself these last couple of years on Outlander, and so I think that probably comes into play, his ability to draw up emotions and get the right attitude for the right moments because he's experienced a little bit more now. So that makes sense, I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah.
definitely.
And he's one of the characters that have been in Outlander a lot. Next to Claire and Jamie, Sam and Kat, he's been in the show a lot,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
different seasons, you know.
But he's literally grown
So
up
we
on it too.
yes, we watched
Yeah.
him grow up. Exactly, exactly.
I definitely feel, and I think, I don't know if it was Sam or somebody who said this early on, it's like, when you're playing that type of character for so long, you get to kind of tweak it and kind of make it, your own, and you get to like grow with the character, Whereas
Hmm.
if you're just popping in and out of different movies or TV shows, you don't really get to fine tune your character. And, I think over time he's been able to do that in the show. So,
Yeah, that's a very
Well,
good point.
I he is so much Jamie. Sam is so much Jamie that I just hope he's able to get other roles. I hope he's not typecast. You know what I mean?
oh,
Because he's such a good actor. He's a very very good actor. He's had so much experience. He's been acting for many many years since his early 20s. So I hope
mhm.
that doesn't happen to him. I hope he does get nice meaty roles. I've watched
I
shows
I
and I
wanna
think
I wanna
Sam would be
see
great in that part.
I I wanna see him play in Hamlet, some kind of
Which he has
um
done. He's been on
yeah.
in
I
Shakespeare.
wanna I
Yes,
wanna see him on Broadway or something,
yes.
like
Mm-hmm.
that, because
Yeah.
I think he really wants to do that. I had also heard, maybe Katie, you might know something about this, that he was possibly gonna have um a role in what's the Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah, the TV
Somebody had
show.
said
Yeah, I
that
heard
he
that.
had gone out for a role in Harry Potter, the
The
new
Yeah,
TV
one
the
here
show
Harry
that's
that's
Potter
on
coming
TV
out, or
Amazon.
show.
one of the
Yeah.
spin-off movies, Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh, I don't know which one. I thought the TV show, but maybe it was
No,
the movie.
it's going to be on Amazon, and it's going to be I don't know who's writing it, but it's going to be on Amazon, and it's going to be extended, shows very much like a series, and it's going to be Harry Potter.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
I thought
that's
it was
the
going
TV
on
show they were
HBO.
talking about.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
did
you'll
not
have
Yeah.
to
hear
look
about
into
that.
that, Katie. See if
I've
it's
heard about the
true.
series because we're Potterheads as well.
Yeah.
I know it. I have
Hmm.
a house. I forgot what it was. Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff. Meet my
Okay.
friend. Um, so I've heard of the series. I could have sworn it was coming to HBO, but Prime doesn't surprise me in the slightest. But I
And it
hadn't
may
heard
be
Sam tried
HBO.
out for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I had heard that he tried out for it, and I didn't hear what part he tried out for, but it was. But I was trying to think like who would he play
Hopefully, not the
if
professor of
he?
magical arts. They have a bad. Yeah, something bad always happens to them. The dark
Yeah,
arts teachers.
I wonder who it would be.
Yeah.
We'll have to. We'll
Anyway,
Well,
have to find.
sorry.
I'll look around and see what I can find for you, Jan. Okay, I will
Yeah,
see what I can find.
yeah.
Now we're going to talk about
and
Outlander for a minute again. Just for a minute, because our time is running out. We only have about 5 minutes. Overall,
Okay.
what did we think of this first episode of the second part of season 7? Do we give it a, let's say we're going to score it a 1 out of 5, 1 being, yeah, we had to watch it because it's Outlander, and 5 being, I've watched it 7 times and I can't wait to watch it 7 more. Um, a scale of 1 to 5, how was it?
I would say it's a 5.
I
I
say
would,
it's I
I,
say it's a 5 also. I say that because I'm so mad at stars by this point
yes.
that I think anything that they could give us, I was willing to give it a 5.
Yeah.
And I just wonder how long they are going to make us wait till season 8. God only knows how long they're going to make us wait for that.
Well,
But
you've
I was
heard my
just so
theory.
happy. I was just so happy to see them all together. They could have been reading the telephone book, and
Yeah,
I would have been happy. I was just so
that's
happy
funny,
to see them
Diane.
all. Yeah, and see all the old characters. I just loved it. I give it a 5
Yeah.
too. Can I ask
Yeah.
one
And I've
question
already
too?
watched it twice since it's been on.
Can
So,
Yeah, can I just ask one question? When Sam was coming down that escalator in Las Vegas, and
I think
he
we
ran back up, were all those people waiting to see him, or were they just
No,
waiting
no.
to get on to see to get on the escalator?
So, I mean,
no,
Sam is
I think he
awesome, don't
came
get me
up and
wrong,
was
but I
trying
don't
to
think
get
they
us
were all
on.
there for him.
Oh, okay.
No,
I didn't think
they
so
were coming
either,
from
but
the
it looked like
base.
they were.
I
They were
So
coming
they
understand
from
were
the
that.
waiting.
mascot.
I just want to take a real moment. I wanted to thank everybody who commented to let me know that what Sam was doing in those clips was he was standing by an Aston Martin drinking a martini, shaken not stirred, in the James
yes,
Bond. Um, I've
Hmm.
watched James Bond since I was 5. It was my if I'm
Yeah.
sick, my dad went and got me a bunch
Yes,
of James Bond VHS tapes, and I'd watch
same
those sick
here.
in
Yeah.
bed.
I
Same here.
know.
I've
I
seen
would
every
watch it
one
with
of
my
them.
dad.
I completely missed that was what they were doing. It went right over
Oh
my
my
head.
God, Katie.
I feel very embarrassed. It would have only been worse if he'd been standing next to the Starship Enterprise while he was in a like Starfleet suit drinking
Yeah.
a it's a green drink, and I was like, I wonder what they're celebrating. I completely missed it. So
You're
I'm
so
dumb.
funny.
You all are very brilliant, and I appreciate you very, very much.
Easy was easy to miss it. No
I'm
worries.
telling you, they need him to be James Bond because we need a Scottish James Bond
Yes,
again.
I said that.
Again, yes.
In the vein of Sean Connery. The
Yep.
first,
Absolutely.
yes, he was
They need to
Scottish.
do it
I
soon. He's
say
only
that
got a
all the
few more
time.
James Bond youthful years in him, so they need to do it pretty darn soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they
Roger Moore was probably the oldest James Bond when he started. He was 45. So it's like, okay,
Yeah,
guys, if you're gonna do this, you gotta go.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, he would
he's the
make a
same.
great James Bond. Oh my God, would he
Oh
make
my
a
God,
great
when he
James Bond?
stands there in that tuxedo and had that glass in his hand, I was like, "Oh my God, I have to go home now."
Why? I did not know that car was from James Bond, though.
Yeah,
How?
Yeah.
Austin Martin.
Yeah. How did
Yeah.
they know that? Was that was that labeled or something, or did somebody just know?
Somebody
I
told me I
think
don't know cars. I know nothing about
okay.
cars. I'm like, that
So
one's blue.
yeah, so that is, it says on the card or something there. I didn't see it, but it
Oh, I
actually
didn't.
says it's the
Oh,
original Aston
Aston
Martin
Martin.
car
Yeah.
at the James
oh,
Bond
it's
movie.
that's
Okay.
okay. Okay, now I understand. Oh, he just looked amazing. Oh my
He
God.
did. Oh God,
Yeah.
yummy.
How would
I
you
only
like to be
watched that clip
walking
like 10
by and
times.
how would you like to be walking by and seeing that?
Oh,
Oh
I was
my God.
supposed to go meet my husband in Vegas this weekend, but because
Yeah.
of the race going on, that NASCAR race, flights were ridiculous.
Oh
So
wow.
it was a bummer. Not like I would
yeah,
have run into him or anything, but
the football game was there, so
yeah.
you know you're gonna not gonna get a flight when there's a football game going
Well,
on.
no, that and with the NASCAR Formula One race either.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, no.
Go in
See,
August.
they
It's when
had
all
the
the Trekkies
football.
go. It's great.
Yeah, they had the football game and they had NASCAR there. See,
So there you go. That's yeah, that's tough.
Well, I want to, well, I can thank all of you because we're going to be off in about 2 minutes. They're going to cut me off. I wanted to thank all of you guys for joining me in this little experiment of Can We Chat about Outlander
Yeah, that was
and not
fun.
like blow up the
Yes, it
computer.
was
So
fun. I loved it.
Yeah,
And I always expect to learn something. I'm
yeah.
always willing and able to learn something more about Outlander.
we
Hmm.
yeah,
look
me too.
forward to your purple hair every day.
Well, yeah, thanks for doing this. This was fun.
Yes,
Thanks so
thank
much for
you. It
Thanks,
was
joining me, guys.
wonderful.
thanks for having us.
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks for having us. That's a good way to put
Yeah,
it.
nice meeting all of you guys.
Yeah, same here. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you guys. If I get cut off, I just wanted to say another thank you. And if you want to join me with the next one, just drop me an email and I will try to be fair in choosing so that it's not always the same people. But if you're the only ones interested, I may just be like, please come talk with
Yeah,
me.
it's all good. It's all good.
There you have it, my premiere chat with some brand new friends and some great insights and thoughts about this first episode of the second part. We don't know really where it's going to take us. You know, we've got some good adventures happening as Ian and Claire head home, as Roger and Buck still try to seek out young Jemmy while Buck tries to get some treatment by a surprising herbologist, Galus. So you know there's going to be tons to chat about. Don't forget, if you want to be involved in my next chat, all you have to do is email me at katie@katiescornerinspace.com. I'll be taking into account everybody who has had a turn and everybody who hasn't. If you'd like to be part of that chat, make sure you email and just let me know. How long have you been in Outlander? Have you read the books? Are you just watching the TV show? Or have you done both? That way I can get a good mix of folks who are chatting about it with hopefully different opinions and thoughts. Although if it's really great and we all just love it, we can't really help that. Now, if you can't wait till then and you just want to watch a little more Outlander information pop by, then please do check out the Waiting for Outlander Season 7 Part 2 playlist. I know we're not waiting anymore, but that's the playlist everything's going on for now until we're waiting for Season 8. So go check that out, and whatever video you choose, I'll see you there.
Yeah, and at least you know there's some people all on the same page as us, for the same thing.
Yes, definitely. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
this was
always
fun, Katie.
Katie,
Thank you.
why purple?
It's my favorite
Why
color.
purple?
It's my favorite color. You know the grapes in the 80s that were in cartoons? That grape, I
Yeah.
thought it was called grape. I didn't know it was called purple. That's my favorite color, and if I get my car, that's the color my car is going to be. It's my favorite color.
I love it.
yeah,
That's all.
purple.
For you.